So how to tell someone they're doing something wrong when you see something that, like, hey, that's not right. You know, you want to tell them it's a loved one, it's someone you're close to, a friend or whatever. It doesn't even have to be a loved one. It could be a friend or someone that you're somewhat close to, and you see them doing something wrong, saying something wrong, seeing something the wrong way, expressing themselves, carrying themselves. How do you tell them? What do you do? What do you do when you see them doing something wrong? You know, you love them, you care about them. You know it's not right what they're doing. What's the best approach? I'm out here on the daily walk with Sweet Cheeks. Well, here's a little twist for you that's worked out really good for me. You get even a little embarrassed, a little shy, because you remember of the last one or the last two that had happened. Once you start doing it, you'll start doing it. I think you'll feel the same way too. What happens is when you see someone carrying a conversation that oh, you shouldn't, that's not right. They shouldn't be talking about that. Or that's not nice. That's not a cool topic, or that's not whatever it is. Whatever. The scenario itself, however it plays out, where it resonates with you, it stings you a certain way, where you're just like, oh, that's not cool. The best way to do it is to look at yourself. I'm going to twist it on you a little bit. Best way to correct someone is to use that thing that you don't see that's right, that needs correction, to correct yourself. There is no doubt that the world is a reflection of who you are. The world will show you who you are and things that you need to correct, and also things that you're doing well. But most of the time, the ones that stand out is that we need, especially if we're at the beginning of our journey and becoming the version of us that we would respect and admire. I know it was with me, or it has been with me to this day. I still got a long way to go to get even close to where I could celebrate like, hell yeah, I'm killing it. I'm killing it in regards to the work, but I still got a long way to go. So I'm still in that beginning phase where it's still showing me a lot more of what I need to improve. Not just only more of the greatness that I'm doing. So when you see someone saying something that you don't like, something that you think is wrong, that's just an opportunity for you to reflect and okay, what about that I don't see? What about that conversation? What about that thing that's happening? What about that thing that they're saying or doing or where or whatever? It could be anything that just stings in a certain way that you don't think that's cool. That's a lesson. That's happening for you, not to you. What about that conversation don't you like? Is it the topic? Is it what they're... whatever? Hold on one second. I'm going to press pause on this. Hold on. All right, we're back. So how do you figure it out? You just open up. You open up your... you open up yourself. You stop being... put your ego down. You stop being a know-it-all. You stop being yeah, that's the best way to put it. Stop being nah, nothing's wrong. Yeah, the ego. Stop thinking that you're all bad and that you're doing everything perfect. That, okay, the reason why that stung, the reason why I didn't like that is because there's something about me that I don't like. And this is an opportunity to get a little education of what I need to learn about myself, or what I need to fix about myself. I'm trying to stay on topic here. I'm trying to get used to dropping these. Anytime I get an idea, I love recording these videos. I don't like to wait because I'll forget. But in this case, I like to stay present with Sweet Cheeks and stay present with what I'm doing. At the same time, I don't want to lose the opportunity to drop something that's right there, right in the front of my mind. That just happened to me recently. It was a topic that oh no, you shouldn't. That shouldn't be. You shouldn't do that. And I was like, wait a minute. What's the best approach? And then my conscience just told me. It was it. It was clear. It was like, you're doing the exact same thing. Like, oh my gosh, I have. Like, before I start throwing any stones, I should just put the stone down and fix myself. Like the perfect example. I mean, that was it. So it was like, man, these are great opportunities to make myself better. Here I'm on this journey of living on purpose, becoming the version of me that I would respect and admire. That thing that just, I get the chills right now. Not because it's cold, but that thing that I didn't like, I'm doing the exact same thing. I don't admire and respect that shit about me. That's pathetic. That's embarrassing. Whatever lesson that I was planning to brew up and share with that person, I need to brew it up and share it and apply it with me. And that's exactly what I did. I was like, hey, let that person continue going through their journey. Let them learn their lessons whenever they're ready to learn their lessons. They're still on their journey, that's fine. But that journey was my lesson. Seeing that and watching that I didn't like that, I just turned it around and like, what don't I like about that about me? It just happened organically because I was thinking like, okay, how am I going to tell them? How should I tell them? Should I even say anything? Is it any of my business? And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm doing that. And that's when I just dug my hands into my face. I was like, I'm doing the exact same thing, if not worse. God, I was like, oh man, that's so embarrassing. Like, okay, well, here we go. Let's start fixing it like right now. What am I going to do? I'm going to do this, and this starting right now. It's going to take a little bit to repair the damage that, all the nonsense damage. It's no big deal, but it's no big deal, but it's enough to where it's a big deal. But I'm going to start cleaning up all the spilled milk that's been spilled for years because of my poor choices. That here I am. I'm going to go try to fix someone, and you shouldn't do those poor choices. Bitch, you're doing them. Like, fuck. Before you start throwing stones, fix yourself. Throw it at yourself. What does it say? Throw the first stone. Yeah, at you, fool. Here I was ready to start throwing stones when that first stone should have been thrown at myself. That's exactly what I did. I turned it around, just smacked my face with that stone and said, check yourself, fix yourself. Be the example, if anything. So whenever you see something that you don't like, that you think needs to be corrected or they shouldn't do that, it could be strangers too, it could be anybody. If it bugs you enough, if it stings you enough, just know that. Know that that's the universe trying to teach your ass a lesson, trying to teach you something that you're doing. When you do oh, I can't believe they're doing that. Oh, I can't believe they're saying that. Oh, I cannot believe. That's you. That's the reflection of you. There's something, maybe not exactly the same. In my case, it was exactly the same. Different characters, different storybook, different characters, but the same exact thing. In other instances, it could be something similar. Open up. What's there to learn here? If it bothers me, Albert said, to just say, I'm grateful that this is bothering me. Don't say nothing, because it's not my place. Especially if they're adults. And even if, just take advantage. Let them learn their lesson on their own. You take advantage of the world showing you a movie of yourself and fix yourself. If you don't like it so much, there's something about you. Like I said, you open it up and you just say, hey, you know what? I know there's something to learn here. Please, and let enlighten me. Let me know what it is. Ask your conscience to just, let's roll the film, roll the video. Let me know where I'm messing up that's similar to this. I guarantee you it's not going to be more than a couple minutes where you're like, damn, that's it. I'm not going to do that no more, or I need to stop doing that. I need to fix that. That's exactly what it is. Then you'll probably get the chills, or you'll just, oh man, I keep on getting the chills right now. It'll be embarrassing. You'll even be like, I can't believe I was even going to say anything. Mr. Throw Stones. Throw it at yourself. And that's another way where you can start bettering yourself. You start, like, there's a way to start bettering yourself in the most simplest ways. You start with taking care of, being grateful for existing, taking care of your body, giving it the proper nutrition, exercise, giving it less of what it wants a lot of, rest, sleep, food. The big three: exercise, diet, wake up time, rest, sleep, food. And then you start doing these, getting rid of these bad habits. Sometimes these habits that you don't even know that you have that are bad, the world will reveal them to you. They'll play them straight out. But no one taught us this. We didn't know. Whenever you see something that you don't like, you're doing a version of that. And you just got to open up. Let your Mr. and Mrs. Know-it-all down. Let your guard down. Let your ego down. I got this. I know better than anybody. I don't mess up. I do me. I live my life. That's all true. But if you are on a mission to better yourself, if that part already has, like, your time to become someone that you would respect and admire truly, through and through, all the way, with every part of your life: health, wealth, love, spirituality, generosity, the 5 pillars, then you're in a different game. Then you're in bettering mode, improving mode, getting beasted up mode. And that's when you start taking advantage of these lessons that are presented to you by your conscience. And like, hey, we don't like that. That's why it stings. That's why it irritates us. That's why it bothers us. Because, hey, you're doing the same freaking thing. Let's fix it, shall we? Since we're on this mission of bettering ourselves, let's not do that shit no more. Let's figure out what I'm trying to tell you here. Like I said, it could be exactly the same, or it could be a variable, but very similar. Very similar. Someone could be talking smack about their neighbor. It's like, well, I love my neighbor. I live next to my parents. I'm not talking stuff about my neighbor. Maybe you're not talking smack about your neighbor, but you're talking smack about your coworker or a relative or a friend or whatever. Maybe you're not even talking it. Maybe you're just thinking it. You're thinking smack. It's worse. But I'm not telling you what it is. Your conscience will tell you. You just have to open up and listen to it. Your conscience is showing it to you, which is why it caught you, which is why it irritates you, which is why it resonates with you. And your conscience will tell you what it is. You just have to listen to it. We just haven't for a long time because we thought we knew what we're doing more than anybody else. I don't need nobody telling me. Your conscience is telling you exactly what to do and what not to do. We're just really good at ignoring it. Because we're always, looking for instant gratification, pleasure chasing. We want to do what's fun. We want to do what brings us pleasure. We don't want to do what's difficult. We don't want to do what's less comfortable, uncomfortable. We're too busy living a comfortable life because we're told that that's the way to go. As opposed to doing the things that are uncomfortable, that's where the growth lies. Discomfort. By fixing yourself. You see how humbling that is? That person that you're wanting to throw a stone to talk shit about, that maybe you've been talking shit about and throwing stones to for a long time already, and they're so irritated. You're so irritated about them, and you hate them, and you're like, they get on your nerves so much. Maybe that's the main teacher of your life, and your conscience is using that person to show you all your buffooneries that you're doing. And you keep on like, I hate them, man. You're talking shit, and you're just disliking everything they're doing, when it's just a mirror. It's just a mirror showing you exactly how you are. Take advantage. Put the ego down, put the think you're all bad down, put the think you know it all down, and just say, hey, man, if I'm still here, if I'm still on the planet, maybe it's time to start living on purpose, and becoming the version of me that I would respect and admire. I haven't started doing the big 3 yet, exercise, diet, wake up time. But this is resonant. This is kind of causing curiosity. Let me try it. If you're feeling that, you got to try it. You got to try it. You don't have to tell anybody. That way you don't get any like, it's embarrassing. Whatever. Just keep it under your hat. Keep it on the down low. If you're watched this far, we're 15 minutes in. If you've watched this far, it definitely causing some sort of curiosity. Don't miss out on that curiosity. Curiosity is also brought. It's just time to mature. Your conscience is like, hey, we're ready. Don't miss out on that opportunity of curiosity. Run with it. It's what is it? And don't do yourself an injustice by ignoring that curiosity. That curiosity is what will cause a baby step, and that baby step will turn into momentum. This is the very first part of momentum, is curiosity. That's what started it all for me. And I'm loving life. It's difficult, but you got to live hard in order for life to get easy. And that line is hella true. If you watch this far and you find yourself talking shit or just criticizing a lot of people on stuff that you don't think is right, see it as a crystal clear, badass, huge, shiny, luxurious mirror, and your awesome ass face is reflecting right back at you. You just got to ask your conscience, what do you want me to learn here? What am I doing that's like this that I don't like about me? Because I truly want to start bettering myself. Why do you want to better yourself? Because you want to live on purpose. You want to live your purpose, which is to become the version of you that you would admire, so you can inspire others, help others to do the same. Give it a shot. Hey, any questions? You know how we do it. Leave them in the comments. If it's a short enough question, I'll answer it in the comments. If it takes a little bit more, I'll just make another video answering your question. I'll see you on the next one.